Hello, and welcome by this new episode of our survival Let's Play. I'm Stay Doodle, and today shall be a busy day because we have to decorate and finish the storage room along with a house that'll be on top of it here and have to decorate that all, and it's going to be absolutely marvelous. I already know it. I think it's going to be wonderful. I also want to start. Can I go down? Thank you very much. I also want to start working on the outside of these buildings a little bit. I want to start working on a road between them and perhaps try my best at a few custom trees and some plants and just make it a little bit cozier because now we have the buildings. They are nice, but it's a bit empty, if I may say so. So I am going to find the materials for the road. I do think I want to use the same materials for the road we also use there because I do quite like them, and I think if we go with a bit of a more brown tone, it doesn't really fit with them or something. I'm not quite sure why I think that, but that's just the vibe I'm getting or something. Um, so we will be doing a lot of decorating, which will take a bit of time, but it's going to be really fun. And then we can hopefully move everything to the chest room there, and then we don't really need this house anymore, which is kind of sad. It has helped us a lot through the first 8 episodes, but I think it'll eventually be time for it to go so we can start working on a docking area here and have it all going to be absolutely fantastic. But for now, let's start working on the inside. I think I want the floor to be quite similar as the one we have in the library, with basically just spruce but some amethyst accents. Because I don't know, I really love amethyst, okay? I think it's really nice. I think it's so cute that when you walk over it, it has those little tingles it makes. I really like it. So I hope we can incorporate it nicely here in the storage building. And I was thinking that perhaps, obviously, this layer is going to be floor, but we can put the chests over there and maybe here, or have some smelter area here, because I do want to start make a kind of smelting area in its own, well, building too. But it's kind of annoying if you have to go from the storage room into like completely to the other side of this semi-island to get your iron smelted or something. So I do want to incorporate some furnaces here in this place. But I think if we cover those walls with chests of like, let's see, I think 1, 2, 3, perhaps 4 layers, that should be quite enough for now. Because well, we don't really have that much stuff just yet, and otherwise we can always expand downwards. So I'm going to grab my materials and try to figure something out for the floor, and then I'll be back with you with hopefully a nice floor design. Let's go. Okay, so this is what I've come up with. Again, the amethysts, I might pull it forward a bit more, like make this amethyst too. But around the future chests that'll come here, I've put stairs, so it kind of is separated a bit, because I didn't want to do anything too major and too chaotic or something. But I did want a bit of decoration on the floor, have it a bit special. So I did put those stairs here, and I quite like it actually. I think it works quite well with the room. It divides it up a little bit more. Um, So the chests will come here, and obviously we have this space that can't be filled with chests because, well, if you stand here, you can hardly open that if there are chests here. So I might see if AJ wants to join and go into the nether with me to get glowstone, because I think if we put glowstone here, it isn't the most beautiful block, but then at least we have enough light kind of illuminating the chests. Um, so I think that might work out a bit, make it a bit lighter here, because obviously we used cobbled deep slate and smooth basalt here, so it's quite dark. But I think that'll work to fill in these corners. But I'm not going to collect glowstone all by myself. I'm not going to do that. That's too risky. We've seen what happened last time. I also read the comments, and you explained it was because of the gold. I mined the gold. I was listening to a podcast and wasn't really paying attention, so I just thought I hit the zombie piglin guys. I don't know what they're called actually. Piglins, I guess, right? I thought I hit them when I was trying to mine it, but apparently it was because of the gold. So I don't want that to happen again, which means I need AJ for that. She needs to protect me, otherwise I'm going to die. So I'm going to see if she wants to join, so we can get those glowstone there. But for now, I'm going to start crafting a lot of chests. That'll take a while, but luckily we have quite some bamboo, which we can use for the chests, because I'm not going to spend precious spruce to make chests. So I'm going to make them, and then we'll see if AJ joins us in the nether. It is thundering right now, and if it wasn't raining, this tree and that tree was just on fire. It literally lightning struck the trees. That I've never seen that happen before, actually, which is quite a miracle. Maybe it's just because if I play on myself, if I play by myself, I cheat and I put weather clear. But oh, that's not the skeleton horse I was looking for. Let's see. AJ said there was a skeleton horse here along our sugarcane wall of China, but I I'm not seeing it. Though it is quite the big sugarcane wall we have. But oh, there it is. Two. Oh, we need to get our saddles. Well, now we have a skeleton horse. It isn't like we really used normal horses that are a lot faster, but at least we can ride horses in water. That's ooh, hello. You go. Thank you. That's the only advantage of a skeleton horse, is that you can ride them in the water. But now I should probably continue with crafting chests, which is a lot less fun than skeleton horses, of course. Wait, why are there two here on the bottom? I mean, that does prove my point of them also being able to ride on the water without dying. But why? Why did you spawn there? That's so sad. I'm not going to bring you up because that means I would drown, but that's so sad. Well, won't you look at that? Everything is sorted and filled in. Here we have more of the building blocks with on the bottom layer the ores and just armor and weapons. Well, here we have more ores and more of a kind of decorating and just different kinds of stuff you can't really build with apart from wool and flowers and leaves, of course. Here on the other wall with the windows, we have all the wood. So we have dark oak, spruce, oak, acacia, birch, and jungle. and then two more rows empty for cherry wood and mangrove that can go there. Obviously, we still have this row to fully fill. This is just one chest each. Because I was looking with AJ what looks quite nice, and we decided that these shroom lights look pretty great actually, and they are easier to get because with the nether we spawn into like the red tree biome. I'm not quite sure what it's called. So that means there are a lot of shroom lights we can get. But I'm not going to lie, it looks really, really nice. It was kind of strange, however, because it really felt like moving, getting through all the chests and eventually like chopping them down once they were empty. And now this entire bottom layer is just, it's empty. It's like we just made it. Only the beds are still here because, well, the top layer of the building isn't done yet because it takes quite a while. Um, but it's really strange. It feels so empty, as if we just moved in, but it also feels bittersweet because we are going to have to take it down and make space, which I'm quite sentimental, so that does hurt a little bit. But the plans that for the future that will happen here are going to be marvelous. So it's going to be worth it, but it just feels a bit strange. In the meantime of working on the chest room, I also got myself a better pickaxe. I named it Carly because I always name all my pickaxes Carly. With efficiency 4, breaking 3, and mending, which is okay. I hope we get silk touch on another one eventually. And I finally made the bow with Flame, Infinity, Power 4, Punch 1, and Breaking 3. Now it is almost a perfect one, but it's a pretty great one because we didn't have one before, so this will make killing mobs a lot easier. And talking about killing mobs, I think we should head into the nether again and get ourselves some shroom lights. And then with you at 37?
38.
38. Wow, and 17 is 55 or 54? 55, right?
55.
55. Let's go. That should be enough
Great.
for a chest chamber.
That's
Whoa.
that's my duties done.
Thank you
Bye.
very much, AJ. Thank you very much. Now that we have our shroom lights, we can finally finish this here. Whoa, that makes such an impressive sound when you put it down. Let's see, do we want it to... Hmm. Do we want it just with the chest or do we want it one higher? I think just with the chest for now, and we can always put one more layer. Well, with the shroom lights finally in place, we can start putting down the last few chests, and then our chest room will be semi-complete. We still need to do the top floor, but I think that'll be pushed to next episode, especially if we also want to do the streets and a bit more decorating outside, because that's looking a bit empty, and I actually kind of want it to look better outside than directly have a fully decorated home. So let's go put the last chests in, and then we can start working on the outside. Now, with this chest room completely done, I want to start working on the foliage outside because due to the chests completely covering up those walls, we had to remove two windows, which means it's kind of empty out here. Where's where are the mobs? I know one's down there, but oh, there's some caves here, I guess. But it means that those are a bit empty. So I want to see what we can do there. We can also maybe put two on either side. And then I'm not quite sure what we could put in the middle, but we could try that. Because perhaps there will be a new building behind it, so we don't need to do a lot, but I do want to do something with it. So let's get our sticks and see if we can make something with that. Okay, so I've decided to go with dark oak fences because I still know playing around, and I think it looks a bit different from the wood we used. But I'm not quite sure if we have to go with oak because it is quite dark against the wall. But I do really like that. I do like that. How would it look if we put two? Oh, that does obviously connect to the barrels. No, one is best. One is best. I have to collect my share again. But let's see how this looks with a oak fence and along the entire wall. That doesn't look too bad. It's not something really fancy or anything, but it does look really nice. Maybe if we put one, wait, how does it look? If just, oh, not the barrel, put it like this. That's okay, but not really what I'm looking for. Maybe we can put one of those planter boxes down there too, so it matches with the front a bit. But that looks quite nice. It's not anything special, but it is it is something, and it adds some greenery. I do actually quite like that. I think that's going to stay. That's going to stay. I like it. What I want to do now is I want to see if I can make a custom tree. I've only done this once, and I've done this once with a tutorial. I, however, can't really find any tutorials on the tree I want to make. I kind of want to make it a kind of cypress tree, but not really, but also kinda. And Pinterest doesn't really have any good pictures for me, so I'm going to figure this out myself. As I said before, I've only done this once with a tutorial, so don't expect too much. But then again, please have faith in me. I think it'll probably be fine, but we'll see, we'll see. Let's do this in a time lapse kind of way. That way it is a bit clear what I'm actually doing, I think. So let's go. Okay, so here I am struggling a little bit with what I want to do with the terrain. Do I want to enlarge it or do I want it to be gone? And as you can see here, I decided I wanted it gone, so we can figure something out later when both the trees are standing, and how we want to move the street to the chest room. And as you can see here, I'm mocking up the tree. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with it yet because I want it to be tall but not too tall, and I want it to be kind of thin but not too thin. So here I finished the tree, and I'm going in with some leaves to bush it out a little bit more, and you can see it up close here with the second tree I am making. And as you will see soon, the first one is the best one. But here you can see a little bit better what I mean with pushing it out a bit more and just adding a bit more details when the main structure is standing. Well, I have made two trees and they aren't perfect, but they definitely could be worse. This one is definitely not my favorite. That the one over there is. I think maybe this could add a bit, use a bit more there. It's still not my favorite, but it's something. It could have been way worse, to be honest. I'm not too mad about it. I also incorporated these kind of planter boxes, and they might look a bit weird now, but eventually the road will go here, and then it can be a bit more, well, go in a curve around them. So it isn't directly like one straight line, and that helps with the eye movement, or I don't know how you call it, but the way you look at this street, it makes it feel a bit more dynamic or something. I'm not quite sure what the right word is, but I do really like that. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it stone or if I'm going to make it something else. But for now, it's quite okay actually. I'm not too disappointed with it. So I do quite like that. And then even indeed with the road, and we can make this transition a bit better. But for now, it's quite good actually. With that, I'm also going to say thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We did quite something. We made sure the entire chest room sorting part is done. We made these trees. We went into the nether and didn't die. So that's quite good actually. Next episode, we will have to tear down the house over there, and we can start working on the house atop of the chest room, which I'm really excited about. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this episode, and hopefully, until next time,